Hello there. How's it going? As you might notice, I'm in a little bit of a different location today. I've got a fun little new idea here. Also, unrelated, the rest of my house may or may not be covered in smoke currently.
Flashback.
It's burning. It's burning. Hold on. Ah. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ow. Anyway, I thought, it's Pride Month. I'm sick. What better way to spend my time than to pass judgment onto other people? So today I'm gonna be roasting all of your favorite little queer relationships. So I asked y'all to send me in your favorite little guys that you like to ship together. Anyway, I'm gonna be reading through these and ranking them. Also, more than likely, I don't know who these people are. I haven't looked at these. I've done no background research. I'm just going off of vibes and whatever you say. I'll probably know some of them. Regardless, we move on. This is gonna go so well. So, of course, as all good tier lists are, gotta make some special categories for these. Up at the top, we have, of course, I would die for them. These are any couples who I just love more than life itself. Which, to start with, is not much. These are like S-tier ships, like the creme de la creme. Next up, we have, I can't believe it's not queer baiting. Basically, any ships that are almost too good to be true, but it is true. We deserve a nice little treat for once. Next up, toxic yaoi. No explanation needed. Fourth one down, we have, I guess this counts as representation. Something that, I don't like. I don't know if anyone really likes, but it's there. It's there. Really scraping the bottom of the barrel, we have maybe we don't deserve rights. These are the ones that are so questionable that, maybe homosexuality was a mistake. Now, last and certainly least, we have, of course, BBC penalty box. What do I mean by that? These are things that are just straight up queer baiting. Now, BBC, notorious for queer baiting and disappointing its audience. If you've ever seen Sherlock, you understand. If you've ever seen Merlin, you understand. If you've ever seen Killing Eve, you definitely understand. That one was canon, but penalty box. No, not like that. Alright, first up, we have Will and Nico from Percy Jackson. I have never read any Percy Jackson. That's a lie. I read maybe the first chapter when I was 14. I remember he was pushing a fountain at some point, and that's where I left off. And then I've only seen the ending of the first movie, but not the full ending, just the part where they were in the garden center with Uma Thurman. That and fan art. Anyway, Will and Nico, fucking endgame. I love those two. Dude, Viria Art has single-handedly been brainwashing me on them for years. These two, hands down, would die for them. Next up, Merlin and Gawain. Merlin and Gawain! Okay, I've also never seen BBC Sherlock, but I did watch an hour-long video essay on it yesterday. It was awesome. Anyway, Merlin and Gawain. Or Merlin and Lancelot, just to make Arthur jealous. I like how you're thinking. Alright, Merlin, Arthur, right off the bat, BBC penalty box. I'm so sorry, it was never gonna happen. Let's see, is Gawain the guy? Gawain is the guy with the long hair. Merlin and Gawain, I'm gonna go with, I guess this counts as representation. They have a little bromance going on, don't they? Again, I've never seen this show in my life. However, Merlin and Lancelot, again, have not seen this show. However, I do know Lancelot from the Arthurian legends. That man is a walking fire hazard. I'm gonna put these two, they're not technically better, but I am gonna put those two in toxic yaoi. Anything that Lancelot is a part of, I'm very dubious of. Next up, Fingon and Maedhors from the Silmarillion. My man. It's my diehard ship, and I'm aware that they're half-cousins. Oh no. I'm aware they're half-cousins, but you cannot read the story about Fingon rescuing Maedhors from the cliffs via the power of music and song and the Eagles and not tell you that they love each other. Even if it's not necessarily romantic love, they still have strong feelings for each other. Should probably hide my username for this. Oh my god. Oh, I love Lord of the Rings. Anyway, look, half-cousins. How are you half-cousins? I'm gonna go with maybe we don't deserve representation. Hey, look at me. You, me, friend, I feel ya. However, I also publicly have to have my face attached to someone rating half-cousins on a relationship scale. So, for legal reasons, maybe we don't deserve rights. Next up, Bill Cipher and Tad Strange from Gravity Falls. Square in the triangle. I do know Bill. I don't know Tad. Which one's Tad? Tad. Toxic Yaoi. I don't know anything about Gravity Falls, but I feel like if Bill's involved, it's Toxic Yaoi. Next up, Stabby. Alright. Stella Richmond and Tabitha Scarlet from Scarlet Hollow. Alright, who are these two? Ooh. Ooh, I like this art. Estranged former friends who grew apart at the worst possible time but can potentially reconcile when they need each other the most. I do like your pitch. That is a good one. I will give you that. What the fuck is this from, though? Why is there an AI mode in Google? Fuck off. Scarlet Hollow. What is this? What is Scarlet Hollow? Tabitha relationship. How to make my cousin like me. What did I just say about cousins? It's a game. It's a game. Okay. Refer back to the Silmarillion. If they are cousins, maybe we don't deserve rights. If they're not cousins, can't believe it's not queerbaiting. That's what I'm feeling. That's what I'm feeling. Ravenpaw and Barley from Warrior Cats. Oh, y'all are so great. Never read a single Warriors book. Was not into cats as a child, and I was also not into reading as a child. I was into playing with worms at lunchtime. However, it's not canon, though. Watch this video for context. Don't give me a virus, please.
Recently, while doing research for a different video, I saw a comment that...
This is 23 minutes long. I'm gonna watch this whole video. I'll get back to you on this one. Alright, Will Byers and Mike Wheeler from Stranger Things. Just this morning, I watched an 1.5 hour long video about the internalized homophobia of Will Byers and Mike Wheeler. Oh my god. I want them so badly to be canon. I really do. I don't know if the Duffer Brothers are gonna do it. I don't want to say BBC penalty box because I feel like there is an inkling of hope, but I have also just been so fucking jaded by Sherlock for years. Right now, I'm gonna put this one in Toxic Yaoi because Mike really needs to figure his shit out. Will, sweet baby boy. I love him. Mike, pull it together. Toxic Yaoi. I ship Grace Chastity with the concept of seeing a sex therapist a single time. Who is Grace Chastity? Starkid. Fair. Oh, you right. Is this Angela? No. Is this Angela? This is Angela. Oh! I've yet to see this one. Oh, you're so right about that one. Grace Chastity with the sex therapist. S tier. I'm calling it. That is a wonderful match. I would die for her to see a sex therapist. That would be great. Specifically if it's also Jean Melbourne from Sex Education. Oh, Gillian Anderson. Let's go. Octavius and Jedediah from Night at the Museum. No fucking doubt about it. I would die for them. I love these two. Is it queer baiting or is it just two buds having a good time? Like they quote Brokeback Mountain, right? Like, I'm not making that up. I would die for them. By the way, if I haven't explained this already, queer baiting is a term that is used for, like, media only. This does not apply to real people. I do not want to hear anyone say that they think X person is queerbaiting because they're acting a certain way. It doesn't matter. Allow people to explore, their sexuality and gender in peace without, the comments of other people. Don't post about that shit on the internet, okay? It's very harmful. It actively hurts other people when you do that. So, skip over it. Anyway. Okay, next up, Barney and Logs from Dead End Paranormal Park. Barney is a trans fat guy with Logs who is traditionally attractive, the usual media, and they never get together, but in this they do. Dead End Paranormal Park. Am I too old for this? Probably. I've never seen this in my life. Netflix after school, what the fuck? Coco Peru! Oh my god, okay, you know what? Dude, if Coco Peru is in this, let's fucking go. One of my favorite drag queens ever. Just sitting here with my tension tea. Oh, the gays across the street. I'll put them in Can't Believe It's Not Queerbaiting, because they do get together in this, and also Coco Peru.
Why is everything so big? Too big. Drag queen candy. Honey. Fierce cinnamon. Oh, I love this. It's too big. Too big. It's too big. This is a Whitman sampler. It's too small. That's just naturally flavored honey. When you're that color, there ain't nothing natural about it.
All right. Anthy and Utena from Revolutionary Girl Utena. Am I saying that right? I don't know. Oh, that looks gay to me. I'm assuming they're these two. Am I right about that? Alright, so it's two girls stuck in a cycle of sexism, abuse, and internalized homophobia, which they inspire each other to get out of. Also pretty sword lesbians. You got me on that one. Can't believe it's not queer baiting. Gale and Peeta! No! Hold on a second. They both love Katniss, but are like, fuck the love triangle, and seems like they would be best friends. I do really appreciate how you took the Korosami Mako dynamic and just put it with people who have no chemistry. I like your game. However, toxic yaoi. Gale would never fucking go along with this. Peeta, I can absolutely see going along with this. Gale, no fucking way. He would complain the entire way. Jason Grace and a brick from Percy Jackson. Oh my god. Is Jason, yeah, Jason's that guy. You know, I have a very approximate knowledge of people and things in the Percy Jackson universe. I do know that people don't like Jason. The brick hit him in the head once and knocked him unconscious, and people ship them. No, you're good. You got this one. That one, absolutely toxic yaoi. No doubt. Alright, next up we have Jen and Lara Jean from To All the Boys I've Loved Before. I have not seen the second one. However, I don't like Peter. I'll say it. I don't like Peter. Anyway, you know what? I'm gonna change this up a little bit. It's gonna be toxic yaoi, also wholesome yuri. Because the yuris deserve their shot. Everything's yaoi. We gotta give the yuris some love. Anyway, I spelled wholesome wrong. Fuck. Anyway, Lara Jean and Jen, wholesome yuri. I like it. Next one, I just finished reading She Who Became the Sun, and it's been eating at my brain, so I'm obligated to say the tragic couple of Esen and Oyoung, and the less devastating couple of Manju. Okay, I have not read this book yet. However, I was recommended it to my friend with this TikTok, and she's like, if you fucking get it, you get it.
If you have ever been reading an epic fantasy and thought what this book needs is some sapphic fisting, this is the book for you.
Alright, both of these, Esen and Oyoung and Manju, can't believe it's not queer baiting, because I do know they are gay in this book, from the TikTok. Next up, Luz and Amity from TOH. The fuck is TOH? Owl House, I know. Luz is Lucifer, right? Toxic yaoi.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Hunter and Willow. Which ones are Hunter and Willow? Hunter, Willow. They're cute. Are these two a couple? That looks pretty official to me. Alright, Hunter and Willow. Straight chip, but they are bi and pan. I appreciate that. We're not erasing anyone's sexuality here. That's totally still a queer ship. Hunter, Willow. I like them. Can't believe it's not queer baiting. Done. Get out of here. Darcy and Tara from Heartstopper. Oh, I love them so much. Tara and Darcy, I would die for them. No questions asked. They're so cute. I don't know if they will always stay together. However, I do love them. I think they're so good for each other. Next up. I'm so glad someone said this. Bringing in the big guns. It's KLANCE time, baby. Woo! So, look at me. Hey, look at me right here. Okay, I have never watched Voltron in my life. It's been on my to-do list since the show came out, which I thought was 2 years ago. It's like 7 years ago now. Anyway, this whole video was inspired by the fact that on Pinterest, I started getting recommended KLANCE photos, and now my entire Pinterest is just KLANCE photos. I have spent at least an hour every single day for the past 2 weeks looking at KLANCE fan art. Ikimaru is single-handedly keeping me alive at this point. Are they canon? I don't think so. It ain't looking good, bud. However, hear me out on this one. It's not in queer baiting. I will not put it in queer baiting. They do not belong in the BBC penalty box. I won't do it. I would die for them. I would. What can I say? I love them. They belong together. Gays in space. What do you want me to do about it? Korra and Asami from Korra. Oh, my girls. What can I say about them? I love them so much. I do think they would go in I can't believe it's not queer baiting, because for me personally, I still cannot physically believe that they are an actual ship that happened. I watched that finale live, and I almost cried. There's nothing better than two incredible women dating a shithole guy, him cheating on each of them respectively with the other one multiple times, them just going, fuck men, getting together. This is what the world was made for. In terms of Korosami fans, it goes Michael DiMartino and Brian Konietzko, me, everyone else in the world. Korosami will forever be S tier in my heart. Okay, Seraphine and Isabu from In Stars and Time. What do we got going on here? Ooh, this is cute. This is cute. Seraphine. Oh, little witch. Which one's Isabu? Cute. I like them. They're part of a group of friends destined to save the country, but Seraphine is stuck in a time loop and has to hear Isabu chicken out of confessing his love for him over and over, which worsens Sifrin's already low self-esteem until the end, where they're both honest with their feelings and they love each other, and also Seraphine is ace. S tier! I don't care. I don't know anything about this ship. I love them. You've sold me. Madoka and Homura from Madoka. They're the pink and purple ones. Okay, I know exactly which ones you're talking about. They will do anything for each other if it means sacrifice. That sort of gay shit I love. I hear you. I see you. I'm gonna put them in Toxic Yaoi. Toxic Yaoi, but Yuri. You feel? Yeah, no, that feels right to me. Next up, Kotetsu and Barnaby from Tiger and Bunny. Widowed father and blonde Batman forced to be hero buddies and eventually form a lasting partnership that goes beyond their hero work. Interesting. Hey, pretty long eyelashes. That's gay. I'm gonna go with, I guess this counts as representation. That feels right to me, you know? I don't know a lot about them. I like your description. The vibe I'm getting, that's the place for them. John and Martin from Magnus Archives. Tragic gaze. Which one's John and Martin? It doesn't matter. It's what am I gonna look up? There's no pictures of them. It's a podcast. I'm gonna do it anyway. Fuck it. We ball. Oh, they look like Steed and Ed. Wow, they really look like Steed and Ed. Tragic gaze. Tragic. Toxic Yaoi. Final answer. Jason and a brick! Second time! Andorra and Cat from She-Ra, Princess of Power. My little lesbian space cats. Who doesn't love childhood best friends to enemies to lovers? And also the all of you hate me, I never hated you moment. You're right. Can't believe it's not queer baiting. Oh! How to Train Your Dragon. Fish legs and snout lout. I love How to Train Your Dragon. I love How to Train Your Dragon. I have not seen the trailer for the new movie because I know it's gonna upset me. Anyway, I think they're cute. However, I'm gonna have to go with, I guess this counts as representation. I hope you'll understand. I don't think they have a lot going on there. I don't feel the bond pulling, you know? Someone just said my OCs. S tier, baby. I'm with you on that one. Alright, Sharb and Peep from the lore. Never in my life have I heard about this. It's not necessarily romantic or anything, but it has the chaotic godlike being and regular guy. They have kids and I adore them always and forever. They have kids. It's all on Tumblr. Hold on, I'll be right back. Throw me in, baby, I'm ready. Oh my god, what is this? Okay, hear me out on this one. I don't have time to read all of this. Half puppet, half dino, 100% lovable. This is giving me Homestuck vibes. Once again, do not know what the fuck Homestuck is. This one it counts as representation. I don't have the time left in my life to go with that. Varian and Hugo from Varian and the Seven Kingdoms. Cancelled by Disney, spin-off, Tangled series. I do know who you're talking about. Varian and Hugo. Oh, he's the cute little guy. Oh, I love them. They belong in Wholesome Yuri. They're Yuri. I can't explain it. They are. Little science boys. Buck and Tommy from 911. A moment of silence goes out to you, my friend. Pat and Achilles. S tier. Obviously, I would die for them. Wait, hold on. Like, they had their chance, right? No, I would die for them. I would. I was thinking about, the long list of war crimes that Achilles has committed. However, I love them. I'm trying to talk myself out of it. I would die for them. Zag and Than. That one, I still cannot believe it's not queerbaiting. Do they belong? No, they're S tier. They're S tier. I love them. I would die for them. Arthur and John from Malevolent, the podcast. They only have each other. Their ship name is Private Eyes. It's not a super famous podcast, so it's okay if nobody knows this one, but it does have a steady fandom, and you guys should listen to it, because it's really, really good. They only have eyes for each other. Literally. What do you mean by literally? I don't like that. As it currently stands, Toxic Yaoi. I don't like the eye comment. That's giving me bad vibes. Current fixated on Shadow Vanilla. Yeah! I cannot believe fucking Cookie Run has a fandom. I didn't know about this until like a month ago. And when I heard about it, I was like, Cookie Run? You mean the game that I played on my iPod Touch in middle school? Yeah. People are going hard on it. Look, all I know about the Cookie Run fandom is whatever Actually Ray has been putting out. And my God.
We don't need to do all that.
Patrick, let's throw up all of the Shadow Yellow fan art on screen.
Do not
screen
do that
right now.
shit. Do not do that
Oh, what a
shit.
beautiful gallery of Yaoi. It's a Yaoi for life.
Which, honestly, is a great time. However, with the dynamic they've had, from what I've heard, Toxic Yaoi, 100%. Where my Sonic boys at? Alright, Sonic and Shadow. Toxic Yaoi. No explanation needed. You gave me a whole paragraph. I don't care. Toxic Yaoi. Too much angst. Jesper and Wylan. Oh, my little guys. Oh, my little guys. Jesper and Wylan. I do love them. I'm gonna go with I can't believe it's not queerbaiting. God, everyone in the Shadow and Bone universe is so goddamn gay. You know who should be on here? My girls. My girls and my gays. Nina and... Hane! Their name's Hane, excuse me. My favorite couple is Nina and Hane. Hane is my favorite character. I'm so sad Hane was never in the show. However, Hane and Nina, hands out. No one suggested this. I'm suggesting this. I would die for them. I love Hane so much. Oh my god. Oh, and Dazi and Chua from Bungo Stray Dogs. Enemies to lovers to enemies to lovers. It makes sense with context, I assure you. You sure about that one, bud? Which one is Bungo Stray Dogs? Enemies to lovers to... Enemies to lovers to enemies to lovers. That's some toxic shit. Toxic Yaoi. Valgrace is Leo and Jason. Leo and Jason. Leo and Jason. Leo and Jason. Which one's Leo? That's Leo. I'm feeling the pull. I guess this counts as representation. I like your passion. However, I'm gonna put them there. Jesus and Judas! Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Jesus fucking Judas! No, don't. Jesus and Judas is the best toxic gay yaoi, only comparable to Mark and Dennis on It's Always Sunny. Jesus and Judas are the fucking definition of toxic yaoi. Mac and Dennis, did I just say Mark and Dennis?
Several days later.
Any incarnation of the Doctor, stop. I'm gonna stop you right there. BBC penalty box. I'm sorry to have to be the one to tell this to you, but it's not gonna happen. I'm so sorry. KLANCE. More KLANCE. I'm so far gone in the KLANCE rabbit hole. Literally, you want to see what's on my Pinterest right now? It's KLANCE. See that? It's just KLANCE fan art. That's what I was looking at in between takes. What do you want from me? What do you want me to do? All right? But it's there. Next up, David and Patrick from Schitt's Creek. Oh, my little guys. These two, I would say, can't believe it's not queer baiting. Next up, Dorian and Chow from Throne of Glass series. I have not read Throne of Glass yet. Someone recommended it to me. I will get there. Maybe. Sarah J. Maas is testing me. Dorian and Chow. Which ones are those? Chowl. Sorry. My bad. I can't read. We know this. You know? They're given something. Prince and the Prince's right-hand man. Oh. The fanfiction writes itself. That makes me believe that they aren't actually a canon couple. I might have fucked myself over on the categories here. However. Can't believe it's not queer baiting. I would love for them to be real. Let's be honest. I don't know who they are, but I like the dynamic. Tori and Isaac from Heartstopper are little ace icons. Not romantically, since they're both arrow ace, but they have potential for deep friendship. I like where you're going. I don't think their personalities match enough for them to be a fictional couple. I will go with I guess this counts. Look, give me some interaction. Alice, my bud. Give us some little interactions here, and I'll maybe think about it. That being said, all of Alice's couples, Marcy, Sasha, and Anne from Amphibia are all shipped together at once and in combos. Oh, they're cute little girls. You know, the three of them in any combos, you're not giving me any strong reason for any of them in particular, so I'm gonna have to go with, I guess this counts. There's nothing negative, but they're just kind of there, you know? Maisie and Lenore Dove from the Hunger Games. I know you said one sentence, but I had a whole ass essay in my drawers of my Google Docs, so... Oh my god, oh. Okay, hold on. I'll get back to you on this one.
6 hours later.
Alright, I have conferred with the ancient texts. I see where you're coming from. I do like the explanation. I especially like how I asked for one sentence and you gave me a full paragraph. That's some hyperfixation bullshit right there. I support you entirely. However, these two, I would say toxic Yuri. Look, I love Maisie. I think she's an acquired taste. I feel like there would, at least from the outside, this couple would look very toxic, especially considering how, like, lovely Lenore Dove is. Don't get me wrong, I love Maisie. I would die for her. She's already dead, though, so she had her chance. I like them, though. I like the thinking. Hermes and Tiberius. I think you mean Tiresias. I do like that. I also think Hermes would be incredibly toxic, so that one's definitely toxic yaoi. Lawrence and Hamilton. Now you're speaking to me. You know what? I'm gonna put Lawrence and Hamilton in I can't believe it's not queer baiting. Just because these two, like, historically speaking, do have a very close friendship, and, like, who am I to say that nothing ever happened? And being queerbaited in real life. Look, I will say historical figures all the time are gay. I don't care. What are they gonna do? Fight me? They're dead. Red and blue from This Is How You Lose the Time War. Oh, fuck yeah. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. No explanation needed, my friend. No explanation. Oh my god. Oh my god. People go read this book. It's incredible. I love them. I would die for them. Hermes. Hermes and himself. That's definitely canon, right? That's I can't believe it's not queer baiting. Any characters in their cane. I can't exactly argue against anyone and their mobility aids, so no, I can't do it. I guess this counts. Kate and Vi from Arcane. Haley Steinfeld lesbian, let's go! All you need to know about my thoughts on Kate Vi is this text message exchange that I got from someone out of the blue, no context. This is just what it was. And this is what it resulted in, baby. Let's go. Cat Vi, S tier, no problem. Caitlyn, did turn into a little bit of a fascist. I'm gonna ignore that. I mean, I love them. We're moving on. I would die for them. Talstar and Jake from Warriors, again, I don't know much about Warriors. I'll put them in, I guess this counts. Lucas and Tommy from Starcatcher. Starcatcher, let's go, baby. Oh, they're cute. They kind of also look the same. How do we feel about that? I guess this counts as representation. I'll put them in there. Magnus, Chase, and Alex. Oh, they look cute. It's Rick Rorton. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt and say that they are real. Can't believe it's not queer baiting. Okay, almost there. Keep going. Keep going. Rounding out the back, we have Javik. Oh, this is so conflicting. Here's the thing about Jace and Victor. Jay and Vic are everything. And I do not mean that in a good way. They are every single tier on this tier list, and they need to pull themselves together. Here are my thoughts on Javik. As a couple, I think they're rad. They obviously have chemistry. They're science bros. What more could you ask for? However, these two messy bitches, they cannot keep their shit together. Victor, I love him. Kind of started a cult. Jace, I just don't like him. I'm gonna be real. Is their relationship very toxic? Yes. Is it also probably queer baiting? Now, I do realize that my entire Pinterest feed a few months ago was just Javik. I didn't do that. They did that. They sent me those things. What else am I supposed to look at? However, refer to my previous text messages, alright? Cat Vi all the way. I love those lesbians. Are we being queer baited? To be or not to be? That is the question. I do love them. I think they're gonna have to go in toxic yaoi. Victor kinda killed him. I would say that's pretty toxic. Now, rounding out this incredible tier list, I have my own submission that I'd like to throw in there. Last and certainly not least, Blaine and Hanovi. My two little guys from The Prince's Poison Vow, the Infernal War Saga. It's a book series that apparently no one in the world has read. The only people in the world that I know who've read this book is me, my friend who recommended it to me, my friend who I recommended it to, and then someone on Reddit begging people to read this book series. We got 4 people at least. Please. Anyway, Blaine and Hanovi. Settle down. Let me explain them to you. Wonderful. They're perfect. I love them. This book series is like Game of Thrones, but everyone's gay. Alright? There are so many couples. All of them are queer. Even the straight couple, one of them is clearly asexual. They're all awesome. Good for them. So in the series, there's like the main couple, which would be the prince whose vow is poisoned. And then we have Blaine and Hanovi. Blaine and Hanovi are just the dads of everyone. Are they their actual dads? No, but they serve as the father figures. These two are endgame. Like, there's nothing to ship about them. They're married. They're husbands. Literally, the first chapter, we get introduced to one of the characters. The second chapter, they get introduced to each other as children. Third chapter, it's like 10 years later, I love my husband. That's it. That's their progression. I love them. When I was finishing the first book, I sent my friend a text that was like, I don't care what happens to anyone in these fucking books as long as these two are okay. As long as they're okay, I'll be okay. And she just went, uh-huh. Don't do that to me. So, like, one of them's a duke. The other one has a mysterious backstory. And they're gay aeronauts. Like, put them in the air. They can fly. I love them so much. These, without a doubt, I would die for them. I would die for them. If anything bad happens to them, I will cease to exist. I finished this series a few days ago. And oh, it's so good. It's so good. Please, someone, for the love of God, read this series. Y'all are going to hear more about this. I'm going to make a whole video about it. Don't you worry, because if I'm going to be using my powers of internet influence for anything, it's going to be to get people to read gay Game of Thrones, all right? It's so good. Oh, my God. Have I mentioned they both have long hair? Also, may or may not have an entire animatic already planned out and storyboarded for this fucking book. Is it about this couple? No, it's about the other one. It's planned out. It's done. The entire thing is here. It's like 4 pages long. I'm putting this one like 3 back because I figure by that time I can at least figure out how to draw like a person standing without an exact reference. So I'm working on it. Anyway, did I already say I would die for them? Because I would. Anyway, this was my tier ranking. These are my thoughts. I hope you liked them. You probably didn't. If you want to yell at me about your favorite couple, please feel free to do so. Again, I don't know anything about them, so it'll probably be warranted. I don't know how to end this. Guess what I was doing last night? Again, this video has taken me like a week to film. I'm still stuck on KLANCE. That hasn't changed. Give me another month. Anyway, cats.
Comment that said, well, Ravenpaw isn't really gay, that's just a thing people say. It was, Ravenpaw is certainly, definitely, in a relationship with another male cat. If that relationship is somehow not romantic, it is closer, deeper, and more physically affectionate than the relationships of almost all of the straight cats.
Fascinating.